Good morning, children. Welcome to today's English class. I am Mrs. SITHARA, and in today's session we will be discussing The Lake Isle of INNISFREE by William Butler Yeats. Before we go into the poem, let us see the introduction. This poem is a lyric. A lyric is a formal type of poetry which expresses personal emotions or feelings, and it is spoken in first person. It explores the poet's longing for the peace and tranquility of INNISFREE, a place where he spent a lot of time as a boy. INNISFREE is an uninhabited island in Ireland. In that place, our poet William Butler Yeats had spent his school days. Since it is uninhabited, it was very peaceful and quiet, and the poet longs to go there and enjoy the peace and tranquility there. The poet has spent his boyhood there, so he wants to spend it. There are so much of sweet and fond memories for the poet there. So he wants to spend his time there and enjoy the tranquility and peace which he had enjoyed as a boy. An isle, I-S-L-E, isle means an island. An island is a place which is surrounded by water on all the sides. Now let us see the poem. I will arise and go now, and go to INNISFREE, and a small cabin built there, of clay and wattles made. 9 bean rows will I have there, a hive for the honey bee, and live alone in the bee-loved glade. And I shall have some peace there, for peace comes dropping slow, dropping from the veils of the morning to where the cricket sings. There midnight's all a glimmer, and noon a purple glow, and evenings full of linnets' wings. I will arise and go now, for always night and day I hear the lake water lapping with low sounds by the shore. While I stand on the roadway or on the pavement's grey, I hear it in the deep heart's core. Now we will discuss each stanza. I'll give the explanation and as well as the word meanings. Stanza 1. I will arise. Arise means stand up. And go now. And go to INNISFREE. And a small cabin. Cabin means a room. Built there of clay and wattles. Wattles are twisted sticks for making fence, walls, etc. And a small cabin built there of clay and wattles made. 9 bean rows will I have there, a hive for the honey bee, and live alone in the bee-loved glade. Glade is a clearing or an open space. So the poet says that he will arise and he will go to INNISFREE, and he will go there and build a small cabin, a small room for himself made of clay and wattles, the sticks, and a hive for the honey bee. He'll also have a honeycomb for the honey, and live alone, and he's going to be all alone there in the bee-loved. Bee-loved means the buzzing sound of the bees. Only that he will have. No noise other than the buzzing sound in the clear space, in the open space. So the poet Yeats wants to go to INNISFREE and build a small cabin, build a room there made of clay and wattles. And he will also grow beans, 9 rows of beans for food. And he will have a honeycomb for the honey, so that he can take the honey, and he will live all alone there in the open space in a quiet calm place he will live a life all alone. Now we move on to the next stanza. And I shall have some peace there, for peace comes dropping slow, dropping from the wheels. Veil is a piece of fine material worn by women to protect or conceal the face. Normally Muslim women wears a veil, or even you can see the brides and the Christian weddings, they are wearing the veil. Of the morning to wear the cricket. Cricket is not a game, it is an insect related to grasshopper, but it has got shorter legs. And the male of this one, male cricket, produces a characteristic musical chirping sound. Their midnights all a glimmer, and noon a purple glow, and evenings full of linnets. Linnet is a small brown and grey bird with a short beak. Linnet's wings. The poet says that he will have some peace there. Since he is all alone there, he will have some peace. And the feeling of peace comes only with tranquility, which comes only very slow. That is what he says. He will enjoy some peace there, and peace comes very slow. How the poet feels the peace? He feels that it is coming from the droppings, from the wheels of the morning. That means when the morning time it is very cloudy, and when it is cloudy he will have a feeling of peace. He feels that peace is like coming from the wheels of the morning time. When it is very cloudy, he feels peace. And he will feel the peace and tranquility from the cricket which sings, the chirping sound of the cricket. Also hearing the sound also, he will get the inner peace. Their midnights all a glimmer. Glimmer is shining. And in the midnight when he sees the open sky, he will feel the glimmer of the moonlight. The purple glow of the noon time. At the afternoons there will be a purple glow in that place. So that also will give him a peace of mind. And in the evenings he can see a sky full of linnet wings. That also will fetch him peace. The poet tries to explain in this stanza that as the day progresses from morning till evening, from the little incidents he is able to see there how he is getting a calm nature, he is getting peacefulness. In the morning when he feels like it is dropping the veil, he will feel the veil dropping, and from the cricket singing to the midnight's shine, then the purple of the noon, and the evening which is full of linnet's wings, from all these things he will get the tranquility he is yearning for. All these things will bring him peacefulness and tranquility. All these things brings him in a relaxed mood, give him relaxation. So in the second stanza he explains how he gets relaxed in the INNISFREE. So he wants to see all these things and enjoy. That's why he wants to go to INNISFREE. Now we will see stanza 3. I will arise and go now, for always night and day. Night and day means all the time. I hear the lake water lapping. Lapping is just striking, coming and beating, with low sounds by the shore. While I stand on the roadway or on the pavement's grey, I hear it in the deep heart's core. That is the innermost part of the heart. In this stanza the poet says he will stand up and he will go all the time. He will be going all the time. The poet says in the third stanza that he will stand and he will go now, because all the time he hear the lake water lapping. The lake water, he can hear the lake water with low sounds by the shore. He can hear the sound of water in the lake. The lapping of water, the striking of water by the shore of the lake, he can hear it all the time. So that is attracting him, that is pulling him towards the lake. He is able to hear the sound of the lake water in his deep core of the heart. Deep core of the heart, he can hear the lapping of the lake water. Whether he is standing on the roadway or on the pavement, wherever he is there, he can still hear his heart. In his heart, he can hear the lapping of the lake water. In this poem, the poet tries to express his feelings of why he wants to go to INNISFREE and how peaceful will it be for him if he goes there. The poet wants to go to INNISFREE. He wants to be alone there. He wants to build there a room of clay and wattles, and he wants to grow his food of beans and have a hive for the honeybee. Then he explains how he will get peace and tranquility there from the changes in the day, from the morning till evening, from all the different sounds he hears and things he sees. He is able to get the peace and tranquility his mind yearns for, and he is able to hear the lapping of the lake, whether he is standing on the roadway or on the pavement. Throughout day and night, he is able to hear the lapping of the waves of the lake. In his deep heart, deep core of the heart, he is able to hear it. Now we will discuss the literary devices used. First we will see the rhyme scheme. Rhyme scheme is A, B, A, B. In the first stanza you can see INNISFREE is rhyming with honeybee and maid is rhyming with glade. So we have the rhyming scheme A, B, A, B, and it is same throughout the poem. Next is the instance of alliteration. What is alliteration? It is a repetition of a consonant sound in two or more consecutive words. The next is the instance of alliteration. Alliteration means the repetition of a consonant sound in two or more consecutive words. Hive and honeybee, head sound, her sound is repeated. Also the lines I will arise and go now is seen in stanza 1 as well as stanza 3. That is because poet wants to insist on that. Poet wants to give stress on that he wants to go to INNISFREE. Stanza 2 also the same rhyme scheme follows. Slow, glow, sings, wings. Next device being used is personification. Personification is the attribution of a personal nature or human characteristics to something non-human. He says from the wheels of the morning. Here morning is personified, treating the morning as a woman who wears a wheel. There is usage of metaphor. It is an indirect comparison between. Another poetic device used is metaphor. Metaphor is a figure of speech in which a word or a phrase is applied to an object or action to which it is not literally applicable, as a representative or symbolic of something else. He is saying wheels of the morning, that is the clouds in the morning. He is comparing clouds to wheels. Coming to stanza 3, here also we have the same rhyme scheme A, B, A, B. There is repetition. I will arise and go now. It is already repeated. It is given in stanza 1. That is repeated in stanza 3. And there is an instance of alliteration also. In line 2 we can see lake, lapping, low. Here you have the repetition of l sound. That's all for this poem, dear children. For more videos, subscribe to our channel, Online CBSE Classes. Thank you. Have a nice day.